You guys ready for some Bowman Draft tonight? Yeah, we're starting a new case of Bowman Draft Jumbo. So what we're going to do is go over a little bit of information first. Then we will use random.org to help us decide which boxes we open tonight. Since we're not opening the full case, the way it works is like this. I will take all of the boxes out of the case and then enter them into random, just, 1 through 8 kind of thing, and let random choose which boxes are open tonight versus which ones will be opened in our next break. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and take a look at our info. So my feedback is automated on eBay, and that way you don't ever have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're instantly going to get positive feedback in return. Yay, automation, right? That's how I feel about it anyway. And the second thing there is to say thank you. Appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me on this Thursday night. Hopefully keeping me updated on Ravens Jets score too. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Somebody might take pity on me. We are taking a look now at what's coming up in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, we have just one product break. We're going to start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. It is a new release day, and Donruss basketball comes out. We're actually going to break only 4 boxes of it up front, which is a third of a case. And that's because I'm going to ship all the cards this time, and it's going to have like 1,200 cards in it, right? Yeah, a lot. Often we don't ship the base in Donruss, but we're going to this time. And those are loose boxes from a shared case. On Saturday night, it will be a half case of Leaf autograph football jerseys and an inner case of Playbook football. Sunday night will be an off night. Monday night, we'll break a case of Obsidian football. Tuesday night, we're going to break a half case of autographed mini football helmets, and we will finish up this case of Bowman Draft that we start tonight. We'll break the back half of it on Tuesday night. All right, this is what you need to know in regard to shipping. I am anticipating that what we break tonight will ship out of here on Monday. If I can get it sent sooner than that, of course I will. But in case I don't, plan on Monday for your shipping date. Everybody in here should pull cards, so we don't have to worry about consolation cards. Plenty of cards in this break to give everybody some. I'm going to bring you back to me for a minute. I'm going to see if we got our teams paid up or not. There were a couple that were unpaid, and I need to check and see if they are still unpaid or if they've been caught up. Give me just one hot second here, kids, to check that out, and I will let you know. Oh, that one thing is, okay, I know what that is. Somebody paid with an e-check, and it keeps showing up as an unpaid item, but that's from the other day. So, all right, I guess we are going to be good to go for tonight then. So let's go ahead and get the spreadsheet back up here, and we will take a look at what's what. So it is a 4-box half case break of Bowman Draft Jumbo. This is break number 3, start of a new case. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay, and that is Thursday night, the 12th of December. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from on the right-hand side. And of course, the Nationals, they don't have any cards in this product. We learned after the first break, so they are no longer listed for sale. All right, I think I'll go ahead and adjust the focus right now so I don't forget to do it. And basically, your background is going to go out of focus when I do this, but it is intentional. It does allow us to actually see our cards up a little closer, a little more clarity than we might otherwise be able to. I keep running into the tripod, sorry. But so that's why your background looks a little fuzzy, but don't sweat that. We're going to be able to see what we need to see. Oh man, okay, there you go. Now I knocked the tripod completely over, so that was always good, right? Now I've made a big hot mess of everything. Yes, buddy, that's fun. We'll just try that again. Let's see if I can I told you before, I've been running into it. That time I hit it with the entire case cards. The whole thing went flying. That's always good. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and all. Yeah, give you motion sickness? Probably. But hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, so as I mentioned, all 8 boxes are coming out. That is for the purposes of using random to determine which 4 are opened tonight and which 4 are in the next break. We're not opening all 8 tonight, just a half case. All right, let's get them all numbered up. I'll bring you with me here in a second. We'll buzz over to random and let it make the decision for us. That's still crooked, isn't it? I swear, man, if I hadn't dumped the thing, we would have been fine, probably. But once I dumped it over, I messed it all up. Oh, well. We'll get it sorted out eventually, won't we? All right, there's our 1 through 8. And we're just going to, oh, actually, we got to do it 3 times because we have fewer than 10 items. So we're ignoring the first one and the second one. Here's our third one. There's 3 times our date and time stamp. It gives us boxes 6, 2, 1, and 4. 1, 2, 4, and 6 we're opening tonight. All right, that should be easy enough. 1, 2, 4, and 6. Let me just get the other 4 out of harm's way here, hopefully without knocking over the tripod again. All right, Joe. Hi, Joe. You're asking if there's anything unpaid tonight. Well, we do technically, yes, have 2 teams that aren't, but as I said, I think it's maybe an e-check kind of situation. So, of course, the last time I let an e-check ride, it bounced and they never made it good, which is also what happened the time before I let an e-check ride. You think I would learn, wouldn't I? But anyway, it's not a ton of money, so I guess we'll just let it ride for tonight. Jacob is asking about what cards ship. So, guys, it will always tell you in the listing description if it is something other than all cards shipping. So if you scroll down to the part where it tells you the date and time of the break, the name of the product, the quantity of the product, if there is a variation, like base doesn't ship, or veteran base doesn't ship, or such and such has its own bidding category, or whatever it may be, it will always, without fail, tell you that in that area of the listing description. So if it doesn't say anything there, then all the base will ship. If it does say something different, then of course that would apply. So you should always, always, always check the description, because sometimes I might break it by the half case and all the base ships. Other times I might break it by the whole case and not all the base ships, or, you know, the chrome might ship and the paper base might not, etc. So you always want to check the listing description, because I don't always do it the same way every time. But in this break, yes, all the base ships. I think we might still be our angle slightly high. Let's see if that gets us a little better look. Okay, so our base, we're going to kind of buzz through at a pretty good little clip. There's lots of paper base in here, and then each pack will have a nice little section of chrome. There's some base chrome, and then we'll run across chrome refractors. And our chrome refractors are just, they're not numbered, but you see that pretty little rainbow of color when the light hits it. That means it is a refractor. I am not going to sleeve those right now. I will sleeve them after the break if they're refractors, but I'm not going to do it live because it takes up a lot of time. Draft progression, we'll find lots of inserts that say that. Those are chrome inserts. Ditto with our 30th anniversary. Now those are not actual live signatures. That is a facsimile signature that has been printed on there. And probably most of you know that, but on the off chance that someone doesn't, I want to point it out. We will find plenty of numbered stuff in here too, hopefully. Both paper and chrome have some numbered parallels that are possible to pull. And then, of course, our 3 autograph cards per box come into play as well. But that's more or less the way each pack is set up, with a bunch of paper and a little chrome and some refractors and like that. So there's the Cubs and the Mariners, and our first autograph hit comes out, and it's heading to the Dodgers with Cody Hose. Is it Hose or Haas or Hossie? Hosey? I don't know. Whichever way you say it, that's your guy for the Dodgers. How about the Angels picking up Rendon? That was nice, right? And of course, the Yankees, no big surprise, Garrett Cole going there, but the amount of money was staggering. Even for the Yankees, the amount of money was tremendous, wasn't it? It really was. But yeah, I think everybody kind of thought Rendon was maybe going to head Rangers or even Dodgers, but surprise, surprise. Lewis for the Dodgers and Gill for the Cardinals, the 2 refractors, another draft progression insert. When we see green, it is numbered to 99. And this is the Minnesota Twins and Ryan Costello, the numbering up there under the little Bowman Chrome, what's the word I'm looking for? Logo. Yeah, logo. Thinking emblem, seal. I couldn't spit it out. See what happens when you give me a night off? I can't even remember the word logo. Yeah, what are you going to do? Hey, Chris Costa, how are you? You said good start, so the Dodgers must be yours in here tonight, huh? Dodgers flowing your way. You've had good luck in Bowman Draft so far this year, so here's hoping your luck continues on tonight. I just hope we have another good case. So this is paper, and it is numbered to 499. This kind of light blue color, when it is paper, is numbered to 499. When it is chrome, it is not numbered, oddly enough. So when we see the chrome in that light blue, yeah, no numbering. But in the paper, will be to 499. And there was a Met and an Astro for our 2 refractors out of this pack. And then a bunch more base. Yeah, so I don't even know what we have coming out next week, but we can't be too far from Bowman Best coming out, or Best of Bowman, whatever it is, Bowman's Best. Why can't I speak tonight? I think I had too much Red Bull. I was feeling really tired, and I think I tipped the scales too far in the other direction, and I have too much caffeine now, I think. The Dodgers to 499, Brandon Lewis, that is paper. The Cubs and the Yankees with our refractors. This is the first draft pick breakdown that we have seen. That particular card features several of our highly rated draft picks. Of course, Adley was the number 1 overall pick. It is not numbered. If we do run across one that is numbered, I will let you know. But generally speaking, those are just base inserts that don't refract and aren't numbered unless something changes. Ah, you just got some of your Bowman Draft today. All right, cool. Good, good, good. See, I have a tendency to want to cut right to that chrome. I'm used to stripping out the paper as a separate bidding category. We do that most of the time, but I've been trying to do some half cases and ship the base this time. It's A's and Blue Jays were your refractors. But I'm still in the habit of just wanting to cut through the base and go straight to the chrome. Old habits die hard, as they say. So, Chris, you're going to flip most of yours, yeah? You don't personally collect all of those teams, I don't think. So maybe, hopefully, you're going to make a little money on some of that stuff. So the Giants and McRae and the Giants and Bishop for a pair of refractors, both Giants out of that pack. We have our second autograph out of box number 1. It is headed to the Milwaukee Brewers, Antoine Kelly. Oh, that's a pretty good plan. You keep the base autographs, to see if they appreciate, I assume, and then you flip the color right away. That's a pretty good strategy. I like that. That way you can recover some of your money, maybe cover the cost of your brakes, and then the rest of it you can just hang on to and see what happens with it. Yeah, that's not a bad plan. I do that sometimes with like stock stuff, you know. You sell out a little bit when the price hits its target, but then to cover your nut, so to speak, and then you save the rest to see what happens. Braves and the Mariners. The Tigers with franchise futures. Our third autograph out of box number 1 is headed to the Yankees. It is a refractor itself, which means it is numbered to 499. And that is TJ Sikma. We seem to pull him a lot in Bowman Draft. I think we've pulled him a couple times anyway, I want to say. Yeah, I think that's a good strategy, Chris. I mean, for sure, as you say, there's more risk involved in the color. The longer you hold it, there's more reward too. But, you know, for every Mike Trout, you have 10, you know, guys who are still stuck in single A. Oh, I'm doing that later. Levine for the Rockies and the Tigers with Riley Green, refractors. And then here's an example of one of our light blue chrome parallels that aren't numbered. Again, the paper are the ones that are to $4.99. The chrome aren't numbered. Draft progression. One of the nice things, though, about Bowman Draft is they of course, have a tendency to, certainly they do include some lower round guys as well, but usually a lot of the players that you pull in here have enough upside that it's not as risky as it could be. But I don't blame you for taking some profit on it. Especially, I mean, you know, you can rack up some money pretty quickly with Bowman. If you tried to hold on to everything, you'd have a huge amount of money tied up. There's Blue Jays and the Rays, our 2 refractors. Atlanta Braves, and we've hit ourselves a 1/1 printing plate. I like any 1/1. Some people don't think too fondly of the printing plates, but I do. Like anything that's a 1/1. And it is James Beard for the White Sox. And of course, as with any printing plate from any product, there can be all kinds of things going on with it. It can have some minor scuffs or scratches. Occasionally we find one with a minor bend in it. Occasionally we find one that's got writing imprinted on the back of it, like date and time stamp codes and things. That is simply because those really are used in the making of the card. So those are not always, in fact, most often they are not 100% minty mint, but they're still pretty cool little collectibles, in my opinion. Whoa, somebody's trying to fly away on me there. He jumped right over onto that other pile by himself. We've got Red Sox and Diamondbacks for our 2 refractors, and then we've got a little purple refractor in behind that. It is numbered to 250 for the Texas Rangers, Jonathan Ornelas. There's another one of the draft pick breakdowns. That's for my Cincinnati Reds with Lodolo. For those of you who haven't done a break with me before, when I say like my Cincinnati Reds or my Steelers or whatever, I don't really have them in the break. I don't literally mean like mine in this break, because I don't hold teams back out of breaks. I just mean mine as in they're my team that I root for. It's my rooting interest, the Cincinnati Reds, who I'm still hoping are going to make some off-season moves that are beyond Mike Moustakas. Rangers and Royals, our refractors, as a draft progression. Of course, the latest I heard is that they're looking at Ozuna. And I'm like, what's the obsession here with getting guys that are if they're not past their prime, they're in the late window of their prime, getting ready to head out of their prime. And the Reds have some weird obsession with signing them all for giant contracts that, you know, they might give you one good season out of and one marginal season, and then the rest of the time you're just sitting around going, oh, I'm glad I paid them that much money. It's like, so come on. My God, go get some younger players or make some trades or do something. And it's not that I don't like Ozuna or Moustakas. I like them both. But we definitely paid Moustakas too much money. A lot too much money. And if they go get Ozuna, I guarantee you they're going to do the same thing. And we are not in any kind of win now mode. Diamondbacks and Blue Jays. And I just don't think it makes sense to add them. But anyway, they don't care what I think, do they? Draft progression. And a 30th anniversary Diamondbacks with the facsimile signature on it. But yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, Ozuna, really? Oh my God. Now Jacob is telling me that they're thinking about trading Castillo, the one freaking decent, consistent, mostly consistent pitcher that we have, for Carlos Correa and JJ Redick. Well, I don't want to do that either. Because guess what? We need pitching. We don't need more freaking infield and outfield players, especially infield players. So let's take our one pitcher that's worth a darn and trade him for some more guys that we don't need. And then we still won't have pitching. So then we can just up our payroll and lose 100 games again. The Braves and the Cubs with the refractor. Draft progression insert. And we have our dark blue chrome parallels. First one of those we've seen tonight. Those are numbered to 150 Diamondbacks. And honestly, I don't want JJ Redick or Carlos Correa. I really don't. I mean, they're both fine. They're both okay, but neither one of them are superstars. I mean, our outfield is fine. Our infield is more than fine between who we have and who is in our farm system. And there's a lot of guys that can be shuffled around, and we just don't need those guys. We need pitching. Why in the world they would trade away our one decent pitcher is beyond me. It's the Orioles and the Dodgers chrome refractors. Paper Diamondbacks to 99. You have got Glenallen Hill Jr. And here comes our first autograph out of box number 2. That's the Oakland A's and Tyler Baum. Yeah, that just really just makes me mad. I mean, I'm like, dang it. But thank you for sharing that, Jacob. I am glad to know it, even though it does just make me want to go up to the front office of the Reds and scream at someone. Oh. Well, I guess there's a reason we've been rebuilding for the last 10 or 15 years. Yeah, so till we get a new owner, it's just going to be like this, I think. Oh, well, what are you going to do? The Blue Jays, that's a big old boy right there, isn't it? Alejandro Kirk. And then the Diamondbacks with Dominic Fletcher. There's another draft pick breakdown. Hunter Bishop on the front of it. Can't remember what comedian it is that says that. My dad listens to him, though. Some comedian that he'd be like, that's a big old boy right there. But I can't remember who it was. Oh, Chris, you guys took Peraza. Yeah, I knew they were going to trade him out, especially once they signed Moustakas. I like Jose Peraza, and he's still young, but he was inconsistent for us, I guess, a little bit, and he kept like getting and losing the starting job. The Mets and the Cardinals, both refractors, a White Sox franchise futures. Here's the White Sox with James Beard, light blue parallel, chrome unnumbered. But he's got a lot of upside, and he's still young enough that he can develop a little more consistency. So I hope he sticks with you. I like the guy, so I hope he sticks with your team after he gets traded. Well, now that he's been traded, I should say. Well, not traded. He probably just... Did we actually trade him, or did we cut him and you just picked him up? Say we cut him, probably. The Yankees and Anthony Siegler. The Royals and Gambrell. Franchise future for the Twins. A Yankees purple chrome parallel number 2. 250. Josh Smith. But anyway, I'm glad somebody got him, and I hope he does well. I don't think Billy Hamilton is he going to stick anywhere? He's another guy that got cut last year and got bounced around, went to the Royals, got cut from there. The Braves picked him up for the postseason run. Pirates and the Rays refractors. And then I think he got, now he's just sitting out there. So I hope somebody does something with him too. He's great defensively, Billy Hamilton. He's just not great at the plate. The Tigers, Nick Quintana. That is, I think, is that autograph number 2 out of this box or 3? 2. Autograph 2. So we still have one more that we're going to find here in this box, or we should anyway. Anybody happen to be watching Ravens Jets that would feel so inclined as to shared score? We've got Orioles and Reds for the refractors. Braves franchise futures, and the White Sox with an autograph. Our third autograph out of box number 2 brings us Andrew Vaughn. All right. Yeah, we won't be too long around the corner that we'll be at 2020 Series 1. Orioles and Red Sox refractors, Orioles franchise futures, unnumbered light blue chrome parallel Brewers Bryce Terang. Oh, Chris says that the Vaughn autograph is also an image variation, which I didn't catch. So this, in addition, of course, to being the autograph, apparently, is a short print image variation as well. So thank you, Chris, for catching that. Oh my gosh, 21-7. Ravens are blowing them out already. Oh, and it's so early. Oh, that's sad. I feel bad for little Sam Darnold. The A's and the Marlins were the refractors. Draft progression. There's Diamondbacks and Cardinals and Mariners with some base chrome. I mean, I don't know how you don't see the Ravens being in the Super Bowl this year. They have been really good. And apparently, if they have their seating locked up, which I think they probably will when it comes time to play the Steelers again, which is, what, 2 weeks or so? They are going to start Robert Griffin III and rest Lamar. I heard that today. It's a $4.99 Blue Paper Twins Brent Rooker. Then we have Yankees and Reds for our refractors. There's a draft breakdown. C.J. Abrams. Some more base chrome. Hi, Tim. What's happening with you, my friend? I just saw you jump in there. There are the Mets and the Rangers, both refractors, a draft progression. More base chrome. And that finishes up box number 2. Now we're rolling headlong into box 3 of 4. Good news is I've still got plenty of Bowman Draft to go. I had, let me think about this, 12 or 13 cases of it in total. We're not going to break all 12 or 13 cases because, well, we're just not. Because I would run into too many other things before we got it all broken. So we're going to break several cases of it. Indians and Padres. And then some of it I've sold out to other dealers. That's a 30th anniversary parallel. So there is still plenty of it left, despite the fact that I've moved some of it as sealed cases. We've got a lot left to go. We'll be breaking it probably, well, realistically, I'll spread it out probably on even through January, because we'll have Bowman's Best coming still, and we'll have 2020 Series 1. We'll have plenty of other things in the weeks ahead that will keep us from just solely breaking this all the way through. Ooh, I see some gold coming. Diamondbacks and Pirates were the refractors. There's a draft progression. And our first pretty little gold of the night, gold R250, of course. And that is chrome for the Diamondbacks, Seth Beer. I still got to get used to that because, of course, he was an Astro forever. And I have to always stop and think about it after some of these guys get moved around. Tim says you're always thinking the Diamondbacks will hit and then they don't. No, you know what? I think this is a pretty good Diamondbacks. Pretty good. I mean, we have a decent amount of them in parallels and things. I don't know. I'm sure there's a fair amount of them in autographs too, but I'm thinking just about in the other parallels. Rangers and Mets. And there's the Pirates with a franchise futures insert. I feel like we pull Diamondbacks a fair amount out of here. Oh, Tim, nice. Your son is named Corbin. Cool. Chris says that he thinks that Corbin Carroll is coming up more in Super Jumbo than in Jumbo. You know, he should be evenly split, but of course the fact that there are more autographs in Super Jumbo than in Jumbo increases your odds in that sense. So the Pirates and the Twins. But he should be fairly evenly split as far as, like, they don't generally just take one player and say, oh, he's going to be more in Super Jumbo and less in Jumbo. That's to 150 for the A's with Tyler Baum paper. It's just a matter that Super Jumbo, of course, has more autographs per box, but fewer boxes per case. But anyway, all comes out in the wash, I guess, one way or the other. We had a redemption, and you know how I like to do those. They sit right up there face down. We flip them over at the very end of the night, and then we'll go to the Topps website and get them verified. By that I mean we'll just put it up on the screen so that you can see that whatever team I read off to you is in fact the correct team, since it doesn't print that on the redemption. a refractor for the Marlins, and some paper, purple paper to 250 for the Blue Jays. There's a Rangers refractor. Got a Riley Green draft pick breakdown. And that's it for the chrome inserts in that one. In that pack, anyway. You know what I meant, I think. Yeah, Chris says the Diamondbacks have the most hits of anybody in Bowman Draft. You know, I hadn't looked at it in a team-by-team breakout. Of course, there's a lot of websites that do that legwork for you, but I just kind of go with what we pull for the most part. I sometimes go look it up, but I do that more if I'm going to be bidding myself on something. The Angels to 499. That is an Eric Rivera, and it is paper. Yankees and Twins, refractor parallels. Franchise futures for the Padres. And then some paper. Lots of paper. Well, I will try, Tim, to hit you your Corbin tonight. Maybe we'll get lucky and find it. There's the Astros and the Royals as refractors, and look right there, my friend. You came to the right place. There is your Corbin Carroll, and it's the black parallel, and it is numbered to 75. So, Tim, boom. How about that? How you like me now, Tim? You like jumbo now? We don't need any stinking super jumbo around this joint. You ask for it, we'll bring it right out of straight up jumbo. That's what I'm saying. Chris, I do breaks myself, as in like I buy into other people's breaks. I haven't been as much lately because I've been super busy and I haven't had time to really deal with it. But yes, I do buy into other people's breaks, and I collect the Reds in baseball, the Steelers in football, and I'm all over the map in basketball because it's Mariners and Mets. Because I went to school at UK, that's where I graduated from. So I like to just follow all the UK players as they go pro. So I don't have a particular team loyalty in basketball. Marlins franchise futures. And there's the Angels with Will Wilson. Yeah, see, Tim's all happy now. Chris said it's right as I was saying it's when we pulled it. I know, right? Like, sometimes the mojo works that way. You can just conjure it up. I like it when that happens. So far, I would have to say that I'm pretty happy with this half case. I really haven't broken any draft that I haven't been happy with so far. Red Sox and the A's refractors. There's the Dodgers with a light blue chrome unnumbered Jimmy Lewis. Draft progression. Some more base chrome. And lots of paper. But I'm really excited we hit that for you, Tim. I love it when a plan comes together. I would like to see Nick Lodolo come out. I haven't seen any of his autographs in my own breaks, as in breaks I've been doing. Twins and the A's. Josh Young on a draft breakdown. But I'm sure he's in here, Lodolo. Well, I assume he is. I shouldn't say I'm sure that his autograph is, but I would certainly assume that it is. I would like to see that one come out. Yeah, Chris, out of the first break of this, didn't you get all the black autographs? We had a couple, 2 or 3 in there. I think you got them all. The Mets and the Indians. This is a franchise future for the Tigers. But we've so far had pretty good luck with the black parallel autographs to 75. Chris says, how about a superfractor? I would love to hit a superfractor. We're due to hit one, too. I haven't hit a superfractor in a while from Topps or Bowman. It's been a while. We're definitely overdue, really. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that one little bit. There are Diamondbacks and Rays for our base refractors. And the Mariners get Mr. Jared Kelenic with the Speckle parallel. Those are those numbered in here? I don't think they are. Yeah, no, they're not. But still, they don't come out super often, so worthy of a little special attention. Usually command a bit better price as well, as most parallels will. We are rolling into box number 4, our final box out of this half case. Oh, yeah, that's right. You had the gold Riley Green. I forgot about that. I remembered the black JJ Bleday. I thought you had the other black one, too, but instead you had the gold. So, yeah, gosh, I have seen and sorted so much of this. I don't remember who's who and what's what. I meet myself coming and going. Well, the Sparkle autograph might be numbered right, but just I was talking about the Sparkle base in particular. But now I thought they called it Speckle from Topps. Panini calls it Sparkle, and I always thought Topps called it Speckle. But do they call it Sparkle too? The Mariners and the Diamondbacks, our refractors. You know, they all use the same patterns, but both companies tend to call them something different, or each company tends to call it something different. That is dark blue chrome parallel to 150 Braden Shoemaker for the Braves. I see some blue upon us. It is going to be paper, numbered to 499 for the Miami Marlins. There is Jose Devers. And then we get Marlins and Rays with our parallels, our refractor parallels, and our autograph for the Rays. That is John Doxakis. It's not Doxakis. Something like that. I've not heard it pronounced, and even if I had, I'd probably still butcher it, because we all know how I am with that. Unfortunately. I have a difficult time with name pronunciation. I need to look at the calendar and see when the next Topps release is. Kansas City Royals and the Orioles refractors, a Padre franchise future, a light blue chrome parallel, unnumbered Padres. Logan Driscoll. I was kind of surprised they didn't hit us up with anything this week, even though they absolutely overloaded us last week. I kind of still thought they'd hammer us again this week, but they didn't. Just the one new release tomorrow for basketball. And it's such a ridiculous short print that I have hardly any of it coming. Like virtually none. The Mets and the Indians. There's draft progression, 30th anniversary for the Padres with the facsimile printed on a signature. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I ended up getting only 1 1/3 cases of Donruss basketball. I mean, that's crazy. I got 4 cases of Prism, which is usually the harder thing to get, and I could only get 1 1/3 cases of Donruss basketball. I mean, I had been told it was going to be short printed this year by Panini, but I had no idea it was going to be that bad. I mean, that's insane. The Mariners, that is paper to 499, Evan White. The Mets and the Diamondbacks with our refractors. There's Adley again on an insert. The draft picks insert. I think I've got some like Prism Draft Picks baseball around here somewhere too. I think that's another one. I didn't order very much of it, maybe a case or a half case. The Angels and the Reds with refractors. We've got a purple chrome to 250 for the Tigers with Andre Lipschitz. So I need to find that so we can break that. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of the odds and ends stuff by the end of the year. So like I've got all kinds of odd lot stuff from where we used to do a lot of mixers. And also because like in the case of Donruss basketball and some of the things, sometimes somebody will say, well, we've got you a case and a half or a case and a third or a case and 2/3. And I used to always turn down the loose boxes. It's Diamondbacks and the Rays with refractors. But wait a minute, we had one stuck to the back there. The franchise future Tigers was stuck to the back of that one. But this year I've just said send them, you know. So then we get odd lot stuff and half cases of this and that and the other hanging around here. So I'm going to try to get all that or most of that done by the end of the year if I can. Another redemption sets up there in housekeeping as well. We have a pair of them now. I think I've got some odd lot heritage minor league too. We'll probably get that done. Cardinals and Astros refractors. There's the Braves with franchise futures. The Rockies have a light blue chrome unnumbered Vince Fernandez. Boy, I'm telling you, they like to stick to the back of those chrome cards, both the paper and the other chrome. Like little suctions, like magnet or something. Oh, I feel something on the back of that. What the? This is out of the pack. On the back of this card is whatever that blue foamy stuff is. Ew, it feels totally gross. I don't know what that is. Yuck. But it seems to mostly be brushing off of there. But that is kind of nasty. Like, I don't know what that was. I didn't entirely want to touch that, but I'm going to put that one in a sleeve because whatever craziness is on the back of it, I don't want it getting on everything else. Ooh, yuck. All right. I kind of wish I hadn't touched it now. I don't know what it is. But anyway, Cubs and Mariners have refractors. I wanted to make sure it would come off, you know, so I had to kind of see if it would come off, but that's sketchy. I don't know what what that was. Did somebody like drop their lunch or something in there? No, it didn't feel like food, obviously. Just kidding about the lunch. But it was interesting. Of course, you know, we've had cards before from Bowman and Topps that have like little blue residue on the back of them. Oh, Yankees and Domingo Acevedo and the Twins both have refractors there, and that's the White Sox with the franchise futures. It's usually not a big hunk of something like that was, but sometimes you can feel it, and it'll just be this weird, like, little light, this little blue residue on there. I wonder if it's that stuff that we sometimes feel. Maybe it's something they use to make the cards, one would assume, since it's stuck to the back of one. Anyway, Red Sox and Yankees are the refractors. Draft progression. This is chrome, no, paper. Tigers /99, Riley Green. We are down to 1 pack and 2 redemptions. Let's see if we can find ourselves something fabulous. We've got Marlins and Diamondbacks for our refractors. Our autograph is on a parallel. I think you're going to like it. It is Andrew Vaughn on the class of 2019 parallel for the White Sox. So there you go, Sox. That little Andrew Vaughn. That was a nice one to come out of the last pack. All right, so here's what's getting ready to happen. I'm going to flip over these 2 redemptions. Then we will go to the Topps website and check it out. Find out what teams they are for. We're probably going to know, but we'll go check it out anyway. After we do that, we will come back and recap all of this. All right. So first round, we have Hunter Bishop, chrome draft pick autograph, blue refractor parallel. That's a mouthful. And yet you probably just, you know, I don't know if that's who you'd want or not, but that's who you got. Oh, 2 Hunter Bishops. Wow. All right, Giants. Chrome draft pick autograph purple refractor parallel. And they're both Hunter Bishop. Who would have figured? Although lately, Topps has been kind of bad about that. When there's redemptions, you might find more than one for the same player in the same case, or in this case, in the same half case. I mean, what are the odds of that? Obviously pretty good since we just did it, I guess. All right, we are in Bowman Draft, and we need to go to Chrome Draft Pick Autographs for our card set. Not Chrome Base. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. There we go. All right, Hunter Bishop. Did I just go past him? Yes, dumb me. Hunter Bishop, San Francisco Giants, as we expected to see, so it is. But that way I always like to have it on the screen so that there's no question about it. Everybody can see it and know that Topps has assigned it correctly to the Giants. All right, so let's rock through our recap here. All right, so the White Sox have a printing plate for James Beard, a little 1-of-1 printing plate. Once again, please remember those may have scratches and various other things, sometimes little bends or pits or writing printed on them because they are really used to manufacture the cards. This is paper /99 for the Tigers, chrome unnumbered. This is chrome /250 Tigers. That is blue, light blue paper /499 Mariners. This light blue chrome, of course, are the ones that aren't numbered. That's Padres. Marlins paper /499. Braves chrome /150. The Mariners with Speckle or Sparkle, as the case may be. Jared Kelenic, nice for the Mariners. Dodgers, Chrome, unnumbered. This is to $4.99 paper for the Angels, to $2.50 paper for the Blue Jays, to $1.50 paper for the Oakland A's. For the Diamondbacks, numbered to 50, you get a little gold Seth Beer headed your way. To $4.99 paper for the Twins. The Brewers, Chrome, unnumbered. The Yankees, purple, Chrome, to $2.50. The White Sox, light blue, unnumbered, Chrome. Diamondbacks to $99 paper. Diamondbacks, Chrome, to $1.50. Rangers, Chrome, to $2.50. Twins, light blue, Chrome, unnumbered. Dodgers to $4.99 paper. Diamondbacks to $4.99 paper. Twins, Chrome, green to $99. Now let's recap. So Hunter Bishop, the purple refractor parallel for the Giants, which we can assume is going to be numbered to 250. Oh, the ink was still wet on that other one, but yeah, well, it was only touching this, so that's okay, I guess. And there's a Hunter Bishop again. That's in the blue parallel, which should probably be to 150. So if you got the Giants right there at the end, you did really well, my friend, with Hunter Bishop coming out purple and blue right there back to back. The White Sox have a nice Andrew Vaughn class of 2019 autograph parallel numbered to 250. Actually, just in case that ink's not dry. Of course, they're in sleeves, so it doesn't really matter. The Rays with John Doxis or Doxaxis or something like that. The Angels hit Will Wilson. Yes, this is the one that came out almost on demand for us. That is the black parallel numbered to 75. It's Corbin Carroll for the Diamondbacks. Nice little hit there for the D-backs. For the White Sox, there's another Andrew Vaughn, who, did all right with Andrew tonight. That's numbered to 99. It's a refractor, and it is an image variation. The Tigers with a base autograph for Nick Quintana. The A's with a base autograph for Tyler Baum. The Yankees refractor to 499, TJ Sikema. For the Brewers, you've got a base autograph for Antoine Kelly, and the Dodgers have a base autograph for Cody Hossey. Obviously, don't know how to say his last name. So, all right, kids, that is the break. That is the recap. I am going to put up the spreadsheet info one final time. If you did not catch this earlier in the break, now's your chance to take a look. Here is when you can expect your items to ship. Monday is when I believe this will be out the door. If I can get it done faster than that, I will happily do so. But as it stands right now, Monday is really my best guess, my most educated guess as to when you can expect to see this rolling out to the USPS. All the teams should have pulled cards tonight. The only team that wouldn't is the Nationals, and we didn't list them for sale, so we don't need to worry about consolation cards in there. Coming up in the days ahead, here's what it looks like. Tomorrow night, we're going to start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We're going to be opening 4 boxes of Donruss basketball. Those are 4 boxes is a third of the case, and they are loose boxes from a shared case. Some people care about that, some people don't. And since we're only breaking 4 boxes of it to start off, we're going to ship all the cards. It'll still be about 1,200 cards, even though it's only 4 boxes. On Saturday night, it'll be a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys, followed by an 8-box inner case of Playbook football. Sunday night will be an off night. Monday night, a case of Obsidian football. Tuesday night, a half case of Leaf autographed mini football helmets. And the back half of this case of Bowman Draft that we just started tonight, we're going to finish it up on Tuesday night. And that's got me covered for tonight, I guess. Thank you once again, everyone, for being here. Always appreciate you hanging out, bidding, breaking, and chatting with me. So I will be back at it tomorrow night. If I don't see you again then, I hope you have a fantastic weekend and that you will come back and see me soon. I always like the company. Until next time, bye now.